Hello, this is Jamie Magridge. Welcome to Jamie's Craft Table. Today I would like to show you how I made this card. And let's get started. I'm going to need a piece of white, which is 3 by 4 inches. A piece of black, which is 3 1/8 by 4 1/8. A piece of designer series paper. This is from the Peaceful Poppies, which is 4 1/8 by 4 by 5 1/4. And then a piece of black to go behind it, which is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. For a change of pace, I did my card base the long way. So it's 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. And for ink pads, I have Blushing Bride and Memento. We're also going to be using a couple of blends. I'm going to use the Poppy Parade Light and Dark and the Light Mossy Meadow. I have 2 stamps. I'm going to be using this stamp from Painted Poppies, and I'm going to be using this stamp from Forever Lovely. So let's get started. First, let's go ahead and adhere this layer onto my card base so I can have less things I need to keep track of. I'm just going to use the Tombow Mono Multi Glue. Just want to use a little bit on the back. It's just going to be an 1/8 of an inch or 1/16 of an inch border all the way around it. Okay, then I'm going to adhere this to the front of my card base. This one will have a little bit more of a border. Does it not look straight? Okay. I'll place this black one aside. We're going to stamp on this one. So I'm going to bring in the Blushing Bride and this heart stamp. I don't know if you can see it. Okay. And we're going to stamp this background. And I'm going to do first and second generation stamping, so I'm going to stamp it, and then I'm going to move it a little bit and stamp it again. Do one more. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, so we're done with that. I'm going to bring in the Memento and the Poppy. Make sure it's inked up well. I'm going to stamp that right in the center of that. Just tracing it because I'm kind of holding it awkward. Make sure it's getting good coverage everywhere. Awesome. Make sure my hands are clean. Bring in my markers. I'm going to use the fine tip for the Mossy Meadow Light, and I'm going to do the stem here. I'm going to switch for the other side for the... I just have a little bit of a lighter touch with this other one. I don't know. I just used the very tip of it. I don't know if you can see that. I'm just using the very tip of it. Okay. And then I'm going to take the lighter of the Poppy Parade, and I'm going to color in this poppy, the whole entire thing. Now I'm not going to worry if I don't go exactly to the edges, if this is designed to be a little bit of a more watercolory image, so if you don't get all the way, that's fine. Then I'm going to take the dark. I'm just going to add a little bit of dark down here at the bottom. A couple little spots where I know it's going to have a little bit of shadowing. Come back in with that light. Just blend that out just a little bit. Okay. And that's our stamping. Now we're going to bring in that black piece and we'll glue this to that. Okay. Now on this card, I used a piece of ribbon that is not Stampin' Up. I believe this is Gina K ribbon. It's from my stash. I've had it for a little while. There is a black ribbon in the catalog that would probably be really pretty, but I don't have that. So I'm going to try something with the black baker's twine. Wrap it around a bunch of times. 3, 4, 5. Probably need a little bit more than that on this end, so I can tie a bow. Well, let me start again. So I need to make sure I allow myself enough room to tie a bow with. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want it to be wide enough, so I'm going to wrap around like 5 times. And I'm going to tie a bow. Bunch it up together so it looks a little bit thick. That's not bad. Don't mind that. Tidy up this bow a little bit. Trim these ends. Okay, now I'm going to bring in dimensionals. Get those backs off. And I just poke into it with my nail. Pops up the edge. It makes it a little bit easier to grab a hold of. You don't have to have long nails to do that. It just helps. Keep reminding myself, put stuff away, put it down, put it away, and this is going to go in the center of my card. There's no sentiment on it. That way you can make it a Valentine's, make it a wedding card, whatever you'd like. Well, there's the card we just made together. Here's the one I did previously. Thank you for joining me at Jamie's Craft Table. I hope you can find a little time to have some fun with some stamps, inks, and paper. Have a great rest of your day, everybody.